Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. This video comes from the channel called Honor Your Oath. Jeff Gray is the auditor. He's going through a DUI checkpoint. I want to show you something. This video is 9 years old, but it has a ton of relevance for today. Let's check it out and let's check out what Jeff does.
I'm going to show you what I'm going to do tonight. I have my Fair DUI flyer, and this is my Fair DUI flyer, and you can see it has the Fair DUI flyer language. I remain silent. No searches. I want my attorney. And also, on the flyer, I have my valid registration, my valid insurance, and my driver's license. And this will all be outside the car with the window rolled down, just like you see it right here. I mean, the window rolled up, I'm sorry. The window rolled all the way up, and that way I will not have to open my window. Because the second you open your window, they can say they smell alcohol or drugs emitting from the vehicle. And in the moment that you speak a word, they can claim that your speech is slurred.
Now, essentially, what Jeff Gray was teaching 9 years ago is the exact same thing that we've done with the trifold today. Now, I give you a trifold that goes over your visor with this broccoli wad rubber band, and you invoke your Fifth Amendment right. I recommend you get a laser copy, a photocopy of your driver's license, proof of insurance, and your current registration, and then you put it on the glass. If you want to put it in a plastic bag like Jeff Gray did and put it outside your window, then you can use the actual driver's license instead of a laminated copy, and you can put your real driver's license in that plastic bag if you want. What I do when I go through a DUI checkpoint is I simply put this up against the window and say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You don't have to give your identification.
They can claim that your speech is slurred.
On the bottom, it says, doors locked, windows up, no talking. This is another auditor going through. So let me just jump in here for 1 second. This is the 1991 case of Michigan State Police versus SITZ, SITZ. And that is what allows the police to essentially create what are Nazi checkpoints in the United States of America. I want to show you something. And this to me is surreal. If you've studied the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and understand that our country is founded on the principles of liberty written by John Locke.
Speech is slurred.
Look at that. Take a look at that. That is a Nazi checkpoint. That is so unbelievable. Take a look at that. That is what you call a Nazi checkpoint in the United States of America. And this video is 9 years old. You do not have to give them your ID at a DUI checkpoint. I would recommend that you don't. I would recommend that you use the trifold, invoke your Fifth Amendment right, put it right on the window as you go through. You don't even look at them. You just don't even roll the window down. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. That's all that's required. Now, if they do more against you and you have everything on camera, then you have a federal civil rights lawsuit because you were not pulled over for any probable cause. They may be able to set up a DUI checkpoint. That does not give them the right to ID you. That does not mean you have to have your Fourth Amendment violated. of an unreasonable search or seizure. If you give your identification, that would be an unreasonable seizure of your identification. Look at this Nazi checkpoint. You have got to have a trifold in your car. You invoke the Fifth Amendment backed up by your camera. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Look at this Nazi checkpoint. Look at that. A bunch of cops trying to arrest Americans. I'm 100% against drunk driving. I'm 100% against driving impaired. What do the statistics show us, though? These DUI checkpoints have no effect on drunk driving or impaired driving in America. You should not submit your identification or even your registration. You should immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right, put it right on the glass of your window. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Then any other questions they ask you are already on your trifold. Don't even look at them. All they see is this in the window, and right behind that, all they see is that right there. Don't look at them in the eyes. Look straight ahead, just like that. That's how you do it. And you don't do it any other way. Just like that. Now, if you don't have your registration, your license, your insurance, if you don't have everything put together properly, then they can get you. You have got to keep yourself completely put together. What is that? 24 cops? 24 cops trying to arrest people? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just in that camera shot right there. Mud on the windows and everything, or those little clovers they have on the windows.
All right, so Fair DUI flyer is successful.
What they do? I was filming the back cops.
They said, what were they doing back there?
Well, the Fair DUI flyer may be specific for Florida, but let me tell you something. The Fifth Amendment trifold is specific for every single state in America. So I understand this inside and out. You do not have to have a Fair DUI letter. You have to have your Fifth Amendment backed up by your camera. And when you go through that DUI checkpoint, you don't say a word. Put this right on the glass, backed up by your camera, and don't say a word. The cop's going to say, "Where are you heading? You been drinking tonight?" Any kind of question. You put this on the glass. He may not know the 2013 case of Salinas versus Texas that says you have to actually say the words out loud. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You don't want to say a single solitary word when you go through a DUI checkpoint because that jackboot thug pig might say, "Oh, I thought he slurred his speech." The 2014 case of North Carolina versus Heenan says that the cops can make a mistake and they're still not going to be punished or lose their qualified immunity. Don't say a word. Fifth Amendment on the window, backed up by your camera. If you guys want to check out the rest of the video, it's on Honor Your Oath by Jeff Gray. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. The Fifth Amendment cop card is the only card you need in your wallet when you see a JBTP. Remember, cops are not your friend. If you're walking down the road and a cop interacts with you, the moment you see the cop, you get the yellow card in your hand. You have to have a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards in your wallet at all times. If you carry your credit cards in your phone, it's the exact same size as your Visa, as your driver's license. The number one defense that you have against these JBTPs is your camera and the Fifth Amendment cop card. Thanks. My name is Chili DeCastro, and I am Delete Lawz.